friends. Hello, hi, how are you? Hope you guys are having an amazing day today. This video is probably going to be a lot shorter than my normal commentary videos, but I kind of just had some thoughts, and normally when I have thoughts, I go to the internet and talk about them, and then we can all kind of get a good discussion going about this stuff. So I wanted to know what you guys think about all of this, and I've been thinking about it a lot. This is not sponsored by Fiji, oh my god. So basically what I want to talk about today, and again, this is probably gonna be short, but what I want to talk about today is what has been going on since Jaclyn Hill has returned to YouTube after Lipstick Gate. And basically, what has been happening is Jaclyn, came back to YouTube and it was not very good. I made an entire video about her comeback video and how bad it was and how I really hated it, and I talked all about that. And she started coming back to other social media. She came back to Instagram a little while ago, and then she came back to Twitter I think today or yesterday. Really recently she came back to Twitter. And something that I have been noticing, but I wasn't gonna speak on until recently, until I saw things happen, but something that happened when she came back to Instagram was she made a big post talking about how she had gained a lot of weight and how she felt like people, that's all they were talking about in her comments, and how she wanted to address that she's gained weight and that's why she looks different than she used to. And a lot of people took that as a really negative thing of her trying to get out of what she did by being oh, well, I gained weight, so you can't say anything about me. And to be perfectly honest, that could have definitely been part of the intention, but I would be being dishonest if, as a person who makes commentary videos, I didn't acknowledge the fact that I have seen on everything she posts so many comments about her weight and so many comments about how fat she looks, which to me is if Jaclyn Hill is fat, we're all screwed. She's not, you know what I mean? But I would be lying if I wasn't okay, I almost understand it was poor timing for her to dress at the time she did, and I think she meant it as a way to be oh, I need some sympathy right now because everybody hates me. I'm not denying that the motivation might not have been entirely pure, but I can imagine getting thousands and thousands of comments of people asking you if you're pregnant, telling you that your face is so botched because you are so puffy, when in reality you've just put on 20 pounds. I can imagine that that would suck, and I know it sucks because it's happened to me. So I know it sucks, and I can imagine wanting to make a statement about this, and I'm no way going to sit here and I feel this video, people are gonna be you're just kissing her butt, and it's that's not what I'm doing. So that all happened, right? She posted that thing, news outlets were picking it up, which I think is what she wanted, and we're trying to pity her and whatever. And honestly, I don't pity her for gaining weight at all. I'm not oh, poor you, you gained 20 pounds, man. I'm more just oh, I can imagine that despite what she's done, it still sucks to have thousands of people calling you fat and commenting on your weight very publicly, because she is a public figure and she's been very petite the entire time on her channel, so it is a noticeable difference when she gained weight. And then today, when she came back to Twitter, I was noticing a lot of people leaving really just mean, just being really mean about her weight. And here's the thing, I'm not saying that to be oh, poor Jaclyn, people are bullying her. No, she has, my problem with people making fun of Jaclyn Hill for her weight and making memes about her gaining weight is that there are so many things to criticize Jaclyn Hill for. The lies, the deceiving, the scamming, the Morphe shilling, not ever posting unless she has something to sell, literally blatantly just playing ignorant to every bad thing that's ever happened. There are 1,000 legitimate reasons to criticize Jaclyn Hill. Pick one. You don't have to go far to find a reason to be mad at her or to not like her. You really don't. And should you be harassing her with that? In my opinion, no. But some people think yes, and that's fine. That's a differing of opinion. However, when you do stuff like this, and I notice this a lot with stuff on social media, because I notice somebody will get canceled, right? And 99% of people have legitimate issues and are you did this, you did XYZ, and this is why I'm upset, and this is why I don't like what you did, and this is why I want you to apologize. It's reasonable stuff. It's what they did wrong. But then you have that 1% of people who's you're just a fat ass. Or comparing her to like horrible movie characters. And then it's like, now she has ammunition to be a martyr. Like now you've given her, because you've done something mean, like you've done something that's objectively kind of rude. And now you've given her ammunition to retweet that and be like, I know I'm supposed to be, I think that's her exactly what she said. Like, I know I'm supposed to be strong and like whatever. And honestly, like, why would you call her those names? And why would you call her fat? And why would you compare her to characters? Why would you do all of that when there is legitimately so many reasons to be mad at her? I just wish that, and it's the same thing with like so many dramas that happen. It gives people that have been, I hate using the word canceled because I think the only people that use that word are people who are like, we're anti-cancel culture. But in reality, it's like, no, you just screwed up, whatever. Honestly, when you do things like talking about her weight or crap talking her weight, you know what I mean? When you do things, and honestly, criticize her for trying to use that as a way, like her Instagram post about it, you can criticize her for trying to use that as a manipulation tactic. But when you're the one saying it, you've lost all of the ground you stand on because you've now gone down to her level of what she's done. It's like, you give her the ability to show the people that are still on the fence about her, look what all these people are saying about me, like they're just hating me. And it happens so often with social media creators because you'll have people that come out and they're like, I have valid concerns about this person. Like, again, 99% of people are like, we have valid concerns, this is what happened, this is what we think is wrong, like this is what we want to change, like whatever, this is what this person could do to change, like we talk about those things. And then all it takes is like 10 people to come in and just harass them and tell them, threaten them, which happens, which I will never understand why people send death threats to other people as a way to like justify the cause, because you're just making it worse because now they have ammunition to be like, well, I'm getting death threats and it's gone too far. And it's like, well, no, majority of people don't think that way. I just don't know if I'm off my base here. Like, I don't know if I'm like being too sympathetic. I don't think I am though. I think it's just like, why wouldn't you just criticize her for like having lipsticks that have metal in them? Why would you criticize her for wearing her hair in pigtails and eating lobster when she had lipsticks that had, that's enough. That's enough of an insult. That's like insult to injury. Like that is enough. I don't understand people who cross lines. And I think that's where I'm like, that's why I wanted to make the video, I guess, because I kind of want to know. And it's okay if you disagree with me on this, because I think a lot of people will, and I think a lot of people will be like, well, she deserves it. And I'm not saying that like we should all be super nice to her. I'm just saying like, why are we giving her more ammunition? Why are, you know what I mean? Why aren't we criticizing her for the things she actually did? Why are we going to petty, like basically childlike insults? Because that's the type of stuff that like you would say in middle school to someone if you were like mad at them. You'd be like, oh, well, you're fat. It's like, oh, really? I don't know. I don't really understand. And I know that's kind of just how the internet works. I'm not like obtuse to that, but I kind of hoped that maybe if like even one person saw this video and was like, you know what? Like, maybe I shouldn't give her more ammunition to be a martyr. Like, maybe I should just criticize her for the things that she's done and keep it like above. If you stay above her, because the thing is, if we as a collective like stay above her and we stay above the people who do really bad stuff, if you stay above them, you're the one that's gonna come out the winner in this. I don't know. I don't know if I'm the only one who thinks this way. I really do want to know if you guys think I'm being overly sympathetic, because it's not that I feel bad for her. I just hate that the message that's being spread has twisted into her weight when it should be about her terrible lipsticks. Like, that's what I hate. We should be better than that as a community. Everyone should be better than that as a community. Everyone in the world, I know this is not like a perfect world, and I know this is just how the internet works, and I know there's always gonna be trolls and also people who are just mean, but it definitely is like, I don't think anybody deserves that. Basically, to close this, I'm just rambling now, but I feel like to end this, it's like criticize people for what they did wrong. When you're just like hating on someone for like something that's stupid, just like twist that into like criticism about the action. You know what I mean? Like, maybe just think about it beforehand. Because now I feel like everyone feels bad for her for that, and they should, because like that's a crappy thing, but at the same time it's like, well, no, that's not what the conversation's actually about. She's acting like the only criticism she's getting is about her weight, and that's not true. She's getting thousands and thousands of comments, but it's easy to ignore those when she has the one person who's calling her fat. I'm sorry this video was shorter. It's kind of a bonus video because I normally don't post on Wednesdays, but I thought it would be an interesting conversation of like, when is getting canceled? Like, when is that being taken too far? Like, what do you guys think about all this? So let me know down below. I love you guys so much. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, or just like, or just subscribe, or do neither. Honestly, just so happy you're watching me. Thank you so much for being here. My merch, my social media, and everything I'm wearing on my face will be linked down below, along with a link to register to vote. You could go right now and sign up for that and vote in your state, local, federal elections, and you could be the change that you want to see in this world. You could right now, I'm telling you, you could do that. Anyway, I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!